Welcome, everyone, to People's Voice Cafe live stream for February 2021. Tonight, we're going to celebrate justice and civil rights. These programs, one every month, were started back in September when we realized that we really needed to support our performers by giving them opportunity to perform, and they get a little money while they're at it too. And you, the audience, get to enjoy them. It's People's Voice Cafe we were hoping that we can start again live in the fall. We don't know. We're not even close to knowing. But in the meantime, please enjoy tonight's show. We have tonight three wonderful performers. I'll introduce them as we go. We have Faith Nolan, John Flynn, and Chris Matthews. Our first performer will be Faith. Faith is a social activist, a folk and jazz singer-songwriter, and a guitarist of mixed African, Mi'kmaq, and Irish heritage. Just ignore that buzz in the background, we're working on it. Born in Halifax and now living in Toronto, Faith has recorded 16 CDs. She has also founded and directed several women's prison choirs and runs a musical therapy workshop. Her politics are firmly rooted in being working class, a woman, African Canadian, and queer. All the links to her bio and her CDs are on peoplesvoicecafe.org. Lev, is there anything we can do, or should we move on? Should we put one of our other performers first while we're working on Faith?
Let's try that. There's not much else we can do at this point.
All right, we're going to rearrange things to get past that buzz. So Faith will come on second. John, are you up? Is John here? I see his...
Yeah, John's here.
Oh, okay. I don't know if you can hear, but we're having trouble with Faith's connection. We've got a pretty bad buzz, so we're wondering if you'll be able to be first.
Just give me 30 seconds to get tuned. I wasn't ready to go.
Well, I'll go ahead and introduce you if that's okay.
Take your time.
Yeah. Wait, is that Faith getting? No, still no good. Okay. John Flynn is an American singer-songwriter, and he's pretty prolific at that songwriting stuff. He's an activist known for his powerful music and tireless efforts on behalf of the lost and lonely, the shackled and scarred. His career has embodied an authentic troubadour odyssey, following in the footsteps of Guthrie, Seeger, Christopherson, and Cy Khan. His poetic lyrics also show the influence of Thoreau, Emerson, and Dickinson. John Flynn has released 8 CDs since 1995. His reach information is also on our website at peoplesvoicecafe.org. And if he's ready, almost. Okay. John Flynn, welcome. Welcome. Thank you.
Hey, everybody. Ain't no love without freedom. Ain't no freedom without justice. Ain't no justice without mercy. Ain't no mercy without love. Fat man talking about bootstraps while he's hitting out of sand traps. Thin man scrounging round for food scraps while the car he's sleeping in's leaking oil from its valve seals. As the banker's doing cartwheels and the DA's scoring plea deals as the choir sings amen. Ain't no love Ain't no freedom without justice. Ain't no justice without mercy. Ain't no mercy without love. Politicians flashing sizers as the cops pull down their visors, and we hoard hand sanitizer as the world we're watching burn will grow harder just to live in and to find a dam to give in till we wake up to what we've been taking far too long to learn. There ain't no love without freedom. Ain't no freedom without justice. Ain't no justice without mercy. Ain't no mercy without love. It's the circle of love, may it grow ever wide until no one is standing outside. There won't be no either or then. We'll say both and maybe more when what is lost has been restored and what is torn has been made whole. I can feel it every day in my old bones and my archaic deoxyribonucleic. Yeah, I know it in my soul. There ain't no love without freedom. Ain't no freedom without justice. Ain't no justice without mercy. Ain't no mercy without love. I could feel you singing along out there. Well, it's nice to be back at the People's Voice, at least kind of, sort of. And like Brent said, I've been doing this a long time. I think you might have shorted me on some albums because I got a pile of unsold CDs in my garage the size of a Carmen Ghia. I think it's probably closer to 10 albums. And I'm fixing to come out with another one. I can't be cured of this for some reason. So that song and a bunch of the ones I'm doing during this set will be from a soon-to-be-released album called Wild Beats the Wings. This, however, is an old one of mine. Well, his name was Woody Guthrie, and way back in 1912, he came into this world kicking and fussing. We came to love him well, for life's been trying to tell how we all could change the things that we've been cussing. We just gotta do like Woody done, like Woody done. We just gotta do like Woody done. When folks said you cannot change things, Woody said, oh yes I can. 'Cause a man can make a difference, and that difference made the man. A hero we can turn to when it's time to make a stand. And our lesser angels say to cut and run. We just gotta do like Woody done. Well, his name was Woody Guthrie, and way back in 1912 he commenced the life of holy rabble rousing. Now with beat up guitar cases and them bound for glory faces, you can number his disciples by the thousand, and I'm one. We just gotta do like Woody done, like Woody done. We just gotta do like Woody done. When folks said you cannot change things, Woody said, oh yes I can. 'Cause a man can make a difference, and that difference made the man. Hero we can turn to when it's time to make a stand. And our lesser angels say to cut and run. We just gotta do like Woody done. 'Cause there ain't much right with a mouth kept shut tight, when your duty just might be to shout. And there ain't much wrong that the soul in a song can't make better if you just sing it out. You sing it out. Was Woodrow Wilson Guthrie, and some 100 years ago he came into this life just kicking and yelling, and he never really quit, and we're better cause of it. And the brave and shining truth that he was telling, we just gotta do like what he done, and Pete too. We just gotta do like what he done. When folks said you cannot change things, Woody said, oh yes I can. He said a man can make a difference and a woman can make a difference. You know folks can make a difference, and that difference made the man a hero he can turn to when it's time to make a stand. And folks, it's time to make a stand. Our lesser angels say to cut and run, so we just gotta do like what he done. So somebody asked about the first song. That's called The Circle of Love. And I'm called John Flynn. And this is a song that kind of came out of feeling a little lost recently. The man on my bumper is flashing his dimmers, 'cause I'm only doing 10 over the limit. Too slow for his anger, he gives me the finger. As he rushes by me, a sad feeling lingers. I'm a stranger in a strange land. In this land where I was born, feel like a stranger in a strange land, just trying to get back home. She pushes her cart into line at the checkout. She keeps her eyes low as he says, get the heck out. We don't want your kind here, go back to your country. She looks up and says, this is where I come from. She
Sorry about that.
She's a stranger in a strange land. In this land where she was born, she feels like a stranger in a strange land. She's just trying to get back home. We weren't always like this. We learned fear and hatred from men who disdain all the things we held sacred. They nailed Jesus Christ to their own gospel sequel, 'Cause what good's a God who loves everyone equal? Now he's a stranger in a strange land. Not the land where he was born. He feels like a stranger in a strange land. Just trying to get back home. We're all trying to get back home. Well, this is a song that it took me much too long to write. Oh, oh, oh. From some place inside of me, like something in a dream, the question keeps arising and it makes me want to scream. How can we turn our backs again upon these anguished cries? How can we keep denying what we see with our own eyes? How many bodies, how many lives left in tatters? How many more black lives will it take before Black Lives Matter? Oh, ignorance breeds fear, my friend, and fear will lead to hate. Worse than all of this is our indifference to the weight of this obscene and endlessly repeating deja vu. I'm outside in the street tonight and I am asking you, how many bodies, how many lives left in tatters? How many more black lives will it take before Black Lives Matter? Oh, now you raise your eyebrows as you close your pink eyelids. You say all lives matter. I cry, God, I wish they did. Say that calling this racism is offending you. Well, I got a hunch that being killed offends black people too. In fact, the label seems to bother you more than the crime. Might be worth pondering, but answer me in this meantime. How many bodies, how many lives left in tatters? How many more black lives will it take before Black Lives Matter? How many fathers, mothers and sons and daughters? How many more black lives will we take before Black Lives Matter? So in my part-time over the past 15 years, I've been hanging out in a place called Gander Hill Prison. I started out as a volunteer facilitating a peer support group for the inmates there. I was recruited to this task by a Franciscan friar named Brother David, who looked a lot like Obi-Wan Kenobi. And I told him no twice, and he asked a third time, and I figured there was a reason, so I showed up and started out being one group a week, turned into 2 groups a week, turned into coffee with some of the guys after they got out of prison, turned into several groups for returning citizens once they got home, and now I'm the executive director of New Beginnings Next Step, which is helping incarcerated and returning citizens deal with the prospect of changing their lives and re-entering society and getting home safe and sound and staying there. And we've learned, I think over the years or I've learned that real change comes from, more than anything else, comes from relationships. And so we try to build a sense of community and accountability and build connections to guys so that they know that when they leave prison, those relationships will still be there. And these days we're meeting on the computer just like we are tonight, folks. But anyway, it's New Beginnings Next Step. If you have a minute to check us out, newbeginningsnextstep.org is our website. And along with the kind of communal support, emotional support that we try to build, the trust and sense of accountability and relationship. We also offer transitional assistance in the form of weekly gift cards for the supermarket and bus passes. So I'm always trying to raise a little cash to keep that going. Anyway, I think I'm probably coming up on my last song here. Is that right, Brett?
I think you got at least two more.
All right, well, I'll get to them.
Okay.
There's another one from the new album. This is called Folk Me. I have to make sure I really enunciate the title. I don't need you to rock me. I've been rocked before. I don't need you to jazz me up with all those hard to play chords. Just need to let something earnest get under my epidermis. Folk me, baby. Folk me, baby. Folk me, baby. Folk me, baby. I got no rap against hip hop. I think that music is dope. Just need more hip for this hippie. I need more hop for my hope. Strum that guitar cause I'm eager to hear some Guthrie and Seeger. This machine kills fascists. This machine kills fascists. This machine kills fascists. This machine forces head to surrender. Folk me, baby. Sing something simple and true. Folk me, honey, like only a folkie can do. Folk me, baby. Folk me, baby. Sing songs of freedom and justice, songs about peace and love. I'm weary of cynicism. I need me some kumbaya. Someone's singing, Lord. Someone's praying, Lord. Someone's crying, Lord. Kumbaya, yeah, 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 yeah. Folk me, baby. It's like something simple and true. Folk me, baby. Like I wanna folk you. Folk me, baby, to play some Dylan and Oaks. Folk me, honey, everybody get folk. Folk me, baby, I need to hear the real stuff. I said, folk me, baby, everybody get folked up. Everybody get folked up. Everybody get folked up. Sounds like the computer had shrimp for lunch or something. You say your whole life flashes by you when your time on earth is all gone. I figure since my life's been music, I hear those last moments in song. Every song I ever heard will play inside my heart. It will be a symphony. Every voice I ever loved will sing inside my soul. Friends will come to sing me on my way. Some folks remember in pictures, and though these blue eyes have been blessed to see their share of this world's beauty, one day when I go to my rest, every song I ever heard will play inside my heart. It will be a symphony. Every voice I ever loved will sing inside my soul. Friends will come to sing me on my way. Thank you for the love and for the laughter. Your sweet kindness has filled me with hope. Our roads may one day lead us back together. Till they do, and even if they don't, every song I ever heard will play inside my heart. It will be a symphony. Every voice I ever loved will sing inside my soul. You'll be there to sing me on my way. Friends will come to sing me on my way. Come on, my friends, sing me on my way. Thanks, it's been a pleasure being with you guys.
Thank you, John. John Flynn, folks. So we're going to take a technical intermission, meaning we're still going to be here, but we're going to see if we can get Faith's sound working properly so she can come on. So hang in there. All right, so Faith is going to go on. Now, you want to make that switch of the poster there, Lev?
Oh, yeah.
People's Music lost.
Check. Is it working or? Yeah.
People's Music lost a stalwart performer and songwriter, Anne Feeney, just last month. And we're going to celebrate her on behalf of the People's Voice community. And Faith is going to sing one of Anne's most best-known songs as she starts her set.
Okay. Sometimes. Shoot. Ooh. had it right here. I don't know. I got War on the Workers. Just. Pam? Oh, can you help me? I can't find that song I was just working on with the Ann Feeney one, you know? Have you been to jail for justice?
Why don't you just talk? Just talk.
Okay, how about
Just talk.
yeah, I'm just talking about you know, I met Ann at the local 1000 a couple of years ago, and I was really impressed with her because she had like this, I don't know, it was like some huge Cadillac, like a big pimp mobile, and you know, she was just she had sort of wild red hair, and she was very, very strong, very strong, very secure woman, and she gave me a ride, and we talked about music, and I didn't really realize all of the music she had done until I started. Then I listened to all of the songs she recorded, which were a lot of songs, and there it is. We found it finally. And one of her songs was "Have You Been to Jail for Justice?" And I think it's a song that only she could have written because I think it has her unique flavor to it. I'm going to try it. I'm going to do it, but probably not as well as Ann. But you know, this is a tribute after all. I can't channel her that well. Okay, so here's a little Ann Feeney. Well, was it Cesar Chavez or Dorothy Day? Some say Dr. King or Gandhi set them on their way. No matter who your mentors are, you know it's pretty plain to see. If you've been to jail for justice, you're in good company. Have you been to jail for justice? I wanna shake your hand. Sitting in and laying down, that's the way to take a stand. Have you sung a song about freedom? Have you marched on that picket line? Have you been to jail for justice? Well, then you're a friend of mine. You might be a law-abiding citizen. You gotta listen up to this song. You know these laws are made by people, and their people can be wrong. One time unions were against the law, and slavery, it was all fine. And women, we were denied the vote, and children worked in the mines. Well, the more you study history, there's the less that you can deny. A rotten law, it stays on the books until folks with ducks defy. Have you been to jail for justice? I wanna shake your hand. I wanna sit down, take a stand. That's the way to take a stand. Have you sung songs about freedom? Have you marched on the picket line? Have you been to jail for justice? Well, you know that's a friend of mine. You know these laws, they're supposed to serve us something else, and so are the police. There you go. When the system fails, it's time to speak our piece. It takes eternal vigilance for some kind of justice to prevail. So get courage from our convictions and let them haul my ass to jail. Have you been to jail for justice? I wanna shake your hand as you sit in and lay down. That's a way to take a stand. Have you sung about freedom? Have you marched on the picket line? Have you been to jail for justice? Well, then you're a friend of mine. Yes, then you're a friend of mine. Yeah. Well, that was the one and only Ann Feeney, who I'm sure we all miss, and would love to have heard many more songs from her. This is a song I wrote. It's called. Well, I actually did. I think I heard John was talking about doing stuff in jail. I remember in the 80s, I went into the largest jail in Canada, Kingston Penitentiary for Women. And what amazed me when I got in there was that two of my cousins from Nova Scotia were in jail. So I was like, wow, I didn't see you guys for a while. There you are up in jail. So we started singing some songs and stuff. And then I did, of course, the one and only, Chris, I'm sure you know this wonderful woman. Her name is Elizabeth Cotton. And she had a song called, You're gonna miss me when I'm gone. That's what she said. You miss me when I'm gone. Sure, you're gonna miss me when I'm gone. So we started singing that song. And I just felt the tears start rolling down my cheek. And I thought, man, this is like such an emotional experience. So I got really into I need to get, I don't know, something about I had to get in touch with the reality. It was just no bullshit. This is a real deal. This is real feeling. This ain't no Hollywood bullshit. This is a real shit. So I said to myself, I wanted to come back. I started going back into different jails, and that's how I sort of got into being, I don't know, you call it a jail groupie or something. I don't know. Then I realized that I remembered Angela Davis, and obviously she'd been to jail for justice, and has had Malcolm X, as we know. And so had Martin Luther King. So many people had been to jail. And I realized that jailhouses were really just sometimes, maybe they were places where people might be getting medals. They should be getting medals. One, for having survived a racist, sexist, homophobic bullshit system all their lives. That's one. And two, for standing up against a racist, homophobic, classist system all their lives. So those two things. Also, so this is a song, and it was actually the words. I'm going to read you all the names of the women it was written by, because we did an album and it was collectively, this song was collectively written by Faye Higgins, Aaron T. Hoot, Denise Doran, Faye Higgin, Jennifer Murphy, Cheryl Ann Witten, Samantha Barron, and me. So they're not here to sing it with me. I wish they were. This is a song. It's called just Another Bad Day. I was thinking of doing that. There's, actually, I'm going to change it. This is pretty much the same woman. I'll just add in that Joyce Osborne and Kathleen Lahane are also part of writing this song. It's called Dry Cell. And Dry Cell is LOAP, LOAP. Loss of all privileges. And now that's something you hear people talking about, being put in jail for solitary confinement. And they're called SHU units. I was in Calcella jail in California, and they had lots of SHUs there for women. So dry cell is when you're put into a cell with no clothes and all kinds of things. So this is what the song is, and they wrote the words, and it's pretty self-explanatory. I don't want to talk too much because I can really talk. I even got paid to talk the other day. I was like, shit, this is nice. You just talk and talk. It's easier than playing guitar and singing. Well, I'm doing time in dry cell. I ain't got no clothes, ain't got no toilet paper. I can't blow my nose. I can't brush my teeth. I ain't got soap. I got no running water. It's hell on low. Oh, I got the dry cell blues. Well, it might be 3 days. It might be 10. Sleeping on cold metal. No paper, no pen. On your hands and knees. Talking to a crack. Hoping and wishing. Please send me back. Oh, I got the dry cell blues. Well, there's many, many women locked up in those jails, And the thing about it is that when you're in that dry cell, you can't even read the paper, can't use a phone. You gotta take 3 craps before they let you go. 23 hours locked up and alone. Your mind gets pained and your soul cries no. Oh, I got the dry cell blues. Oh, loss of all privileges means no mail and no calls. Suspected of tobacco, that's enough to lock you down. There's no talking, no laughing, and no crying on here. There's no toothbrush, no water, no mattress. Here, it's segregation, you know. There is no day and there's no night. You get a baby-sized blanket and you feel frostbite. 72 hours alone in the dark. That's 4,000 minutes in the dark. That's 259,000 seconds in the dark. That's 15 million milliseconds in the dark. That's 10 days. Oh, with the dry cell blues. And there's no talking, no laughing, no crying. No, there's no talking, no laughing, no crying. Oh, got the dry cell blues. So that's the dry cell blues. If you want to like hear it again, maybe I might have put it on YouTube or one of those things. There's another song we did. This is a song actually. I don't know if you know Ted Warmbread. He actually had a song that was by Pastor Martin Niemöller. I can't say it that good. 1892 to 1984. He wrote First They Came when he was in the concentration camp. And he remembered it, like, you know, nobody did shit. Everybody, before this happened, before the Nazis took over, nobody did anything. People were just kind of complacent. So I think this is why he wrote this poem. Anyways, I kind of based the song on his poem. And yeah, maybe that's how Trump got in. I don't know. First they came for the Jews. I didn't speak up. I wasn't a Jew, so I didn't ask why. Then they came for the Muslims, and I didn't speak up. I didn't ask them why. I wasn't Muslim, so I didn't even try. Then they came for the communists, and I didn't speak up. I didn't ask them why. I wasn't a communist, so I didn't even try. Then they came for the indigenous, and I didn't speak up. I didn't ask them why. I wasn't indigenous, so I didn't even try. Now they come for the blacks, and I don't speak up. I ain't black, so I didn't ask them why. Now they come for the unions, and I don't speak up. I'm not unionized, so I didn't even try. And now they're coming for me. Nobody's asking why. Now they're coming for me, and no one is left to try. So I'm gonna speak up, and I know we'll be billions side by side. Time to speak up. So I have no idea. Thank you, Chris. You're the only one I can see. I'm gonna have to send you some money after for my. This is another song. You know, it's Black History Month. I wrote the song a long time ago called "I Black Woman." I haven't played it for so long. I actually was going through my songs the other day, and I said, "Let me try to play everything I haven't played for 10 years." See if I can remember anything. See how far it's setting in the memory loss. I try to play Sudoku every day. I don't know if you do, Brent, but I find if I play Sudoku, it helps. Hi, Brent. Oh, you're not answering me. You can go. Do you play Sudoku?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I do.
Good, there you go. You see, it's a good game. So yeah, I just said I was gonna do "I Black Woman." I Black Woman can barely dance, rather read a book than jive and prance. Hate wild parties, cheap romance, on my own, I'm making my own stance. I Black Woman will not, I won't be used. Seen mama beaten by some strange ass man, sister on the street turning tricks for them. Brother pimping, talking jive. My daddy, he died drunk, couldn't stand his life. I Black Woman will not, I won't be used. Don't call me your mama, don't call me your sister, your girl. Talk like that ain't even real in my world. I ain't hot in your bed and not white man's dream. I'm not part of this mythology. I said a Black woman will not, I won't be used. A Black woman can't barely dance. I said, "I Black woman, you know, I can't dance, too bad. I'd rather read a book than jive and prance. I hate cheap ass parties, cheap romance. I'm on my own, I'm making my own stance. And I, Black woman, will not, I won't be used. Yes, I, Black woman, will not, I won't be used." Okay, we're gonna, thank you. Just gonna change up a little bit. This is a song I'm gonna play with my banjo. I don't even know what I'm gonna play, but just pretend. Pretend like you know what you're doing. There you go. Till you're doing it, then you don't know. Okay, I decided. For all of you who know, who is this? You can win a free ticket to the inaugural act of Bob Bitten, or what's his name? Joe Biden. Yes, I was close. And it's Elizabeth Cotton. You didn't know that, Brent? Okay, sorry, you don't get the ticket. That's too bad. When I get home, summer will be over. When I get home, there's old man in this here town telling them lies on me. I wish to my soul that woman would stop telling them lies on me. When I get home, I had a friend, her name was Gracie, and she's a painter. And I thought I'd write a little song about Gracie. I only have 2 minutes left. Sorry. Right, Brent? I can't hear you.
5 to 7 minutes, I would say.
7 minutes? Okay, 7 minutes. I'm gonna try and do, I wanna do, I'm changing up my mind because I wanna do a song about capitalism. There's a song called The Richest in the World. Well, actually, I have a song called Capitalism No. Babylon Must Go. I remember, I put in a grant to the Canada Council, which is to give money to artists, and I sent this song in, and I didn't even think about it. And then I realized capitalism, no, yeah, you really got to get some money from the government for that, from the capitalist government. So I didn't get the grant that time, but it was okay. Sometimes not getting a grant, as Ted Warmbrand would say, is a badge of honor. So here we go. I've even forgot what I was going to do there. Oh, yeah. So some, countries like the West say they're the richest in the world based on the, obviously the exploitation of Africa and what they might call third world, or we might call first world countries. So that's how the money is made. That's what so there's this great claim, we're the richest country in the world. So here's a song called The Richest in the World. Whoa. And I like to send this out to the 1%. And I know nobody listening to this show is the 1%, but hey, I don't know how more we're going to get it to. Maybe I'll send it to them. Richest in the world, poorest in the heart. This dream is a nightmare from the very start. Roads are built on native blood and black people in chains. They call this a brand new world, and they even call it brave. Starving children are big business from the west to the east. Let's start a revolution, start a country and call it peace. The richest in the world, poorest in the heart. We need a revolution from the start. Even starving babies, that's big business from the west to the east. Watch them on the TV, collecting money for charity. The richest in the world, poorest in the heart. Well, I want to tell you, thank you very much, Brent. And I want to tell you, thank you very much, Lev. And let's not forget Marilyn and Steve Suffolk, and hello to Bev. I saw you on the thing there, Bev Grant. Well, the richest in the world, they're so poor in their hearts. Not like my good friends here. This dream is a nightmare from the very start. Thank you. And power to the people. Let's never forget.
Wow. Faith Nolan, thank you. All right. Okay, we're coming into the last inning, as it were. And we're coming up to Chris Matthews. Chris is a prolific lyricist. She blends Americana, folk, jazz, blues, bluegrass, and funk into a bold, complex performance steeped in traditional melodies, punctuated by honest, original lyrics. A native of North Carolina, now living in Washington, D.C., Matthews has been compared to everyone from Toshi Reagan to Tracy Chapman to Ruthie Foster. She won 2 songwriting contests in 2017, the New Song Music and Performance Competition and the People's Music Network's Social Justice Song Contest. And her reach information is on People's Voice Cafe. And we're about to have a treat. Welcome, Chris Matthews.
Thanks so much, Brent. Thank you so much, John and Faith, for queuing it up. Thank you so much for setting the mood for the night. It's lovely to be here with all of you. I'm going to take these off so I can actually sing pretty well for you tonight. And I think I'm going to start here. This is based off of a freedom song written by Roberta Slavitt. And the first time I heard that song, it felt like it was contemporary, much more contemporary, which did not speak very well of our progress. And so I put some new lyrics to it, and the folks that manage her catalog felt like it was relevant enough to be released under this new title. The song is called We Must Be Free, and I hope that wherever you are, you will sing the word freedom with me if you are so moved. They say that freedom is a constant struggle. They say that freedom is a constant struggle. They say that freedom is a constant struggle. Oh Lord, we've struggled so long, we must be free. We must be free. Black lives matter. Oh yes, they do. And yes, of course, all lives do too. But they don't see me the way they see you. You reach for your ID, they smile. I reach for mine, they shoot. They say that freedom is a constant crying. They say that freedom is a constant crying. They say that freedom is a constant crying. Oh Lord, we've cried so long, we must be free, we must be free. Black lives matter, why can't you see? What makes you less afraid of them than you are of us, than you are of me? Protect and serve us, not kill and hurt us. Oh Lord, how many black lives will it take before that thin blue line turns purple? They say that freedom is a constant sorrow. They say that freedom is a constant sorrow. They say that freedom is a constant sorrow. Oh Lord, we've sorrowed so long, we must be free, we must be free. Black lives matter, both young and old. So many names on my heart, and yet so many stories left untold. When will it end, Lord? When will it end? Tell me, why does it feel like it's 1968 all over again? They say that freedom is a constant moaning. They say that freedom is a constant moaning. They say that freedom is a constant moaning. Oh Lord, we've moaned so long, we must be free, we must be free. Black lives matter, don't you turn away. Oh, rise up, call out injustice, say their names. I'm no safer, no, not at all. It could just as well be my name that's the next one on the wall. They say that freedom is a constant dying. They say that freedom is a constant dying. They say that freedom is a constant dying. Oh Lord, Lord, we've died so long. We must be free. We still have so much work to do. I very much appreciated John singing his song, his Black Lives Matter song earlier. It's always so helpful to have our allies lift their voices so strongly. So thank you so much for that song, John. I'm going to sing the title track from my last social justice EP. I have a brand new album that's coming out March 26th. And this song that I'm going to sing for you is off of my last social justice album. And it's so nice to get to sing this song now that we've kind of turned the page on that horrible chapter that, we're not even going to mention. This is called Battle Hymn for an Army of Lovers. And, for me as a Black butch identified lesbian woman who at that time was in an interracial marriage in Virginia during the 45th president of the United States term, the day that he was elected, I was so scared. It was like everything that we lived through for these past 4 years was pretty much what I was pretty sure we were going to live through for those 4 years. And so the day that he was elected, I was just distraught and did not feel like myself. And so I called my mom, I called the Rev back home in North Carolina and kind of told her how I was feeling. And she said to me, baby, picture me as a little Black girl growing up in southeastern North Carolina in 1953 and every president that I have lived through, and I am still here. And so this song is a celebration tonight to the fact that we are all still here, that we survived those 4 years, that we have even more allies in our tent because of those 4 years, because of what people witnessed. And so this song is a call to arm for the army of lovers. Dr. King says, hate cannot drive out hate, only love can do that. And so this song is very much a call to arms.
Change is coming once again, except this time it feels like the world's about to end. White-robed devils in plain sight, angry protests in the streets night after night, and it weighs heavy on my mind. Why are we so quick to run backwards after all this time? But I won't let it change my heart. I was born full of love and hope, and when I die, that's how I'll depart. And when you find yourself incapable of seeing eye to eye, remember when they go low, we go high. Change is coming, that's for sure. We gave a madman all the keys and let him walk right in the door. And I don't think he'll see the light until the whole world is on fire. But that's alright, that's alright. We will still be here when he's gone. And if he doesn't kill us all, well, it sure will make us strong. So don't let 4 years change your heart. We were not born hating each other. Now is not the time to start. And when you find yourself incapable of seeing eye to eye, remember when they go low, we go high. There's a song penned for soldiers. It says, let us live to make men free. We're all sisters, we're all brothers, standing on each other's shoulders. There's no wall we cannot scale. We are an army of lovers, and we shall not fail. So when you find yourself incapable of seeing eye to eye, remember when they go low, we go high, 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 high. People get ready. I said people get ready. People get ready, people get ready, yeah.
Thanks so much. Thanks, everybody. Someone said, what is my email? Oh, privately. See, this is why I'm no good on a Zoom, because I'm just like reading the chat, but that is actually not a chat to be read out loud. My apologies. I think I want to sing the newest one. Well, it's actually the second newest one. You know, this chapter that we are in now, this pandemic, it is just not something I don't think any of us ever thought we were going to necessarily be living through or experiencing. But here we all are. And so as I was finishing up the songs for Changemakers, it felt really kind of like tone deaf to not have something to say about this thing that we are living through, that we are experiencing together. And so as I was thinking of that, I came across this article about a doctor in Houston, Texas, who, after having saved so many lives, he himself then succumbed to COVID. And, you know, it just felt like kind of what so many of us, the point that so many of us were trying to make in this country as we were watching our immigrant community get attacked for 4 years. You know, these people are here risking everything to come here for this dream that we say is true, we say is real, we say is who we are. And this man was an immigrant who came to this country because he wanted to save lives, and then he did exactly that, and then gave his life for this pandemic, for trying to save people in this pandemic. And so that his story just really struck me, and I was very taken with it. And so I wrote this song for him. His name was Dr. Carlos Araujo Presa, a doctor out of Houston, Texas. And so this song is for him, to honor him, but it's also meant for every type of frontline worker who is seeing us all through this. You know, of course, the musicians, those of you who are in the musician community, you know, those of us, we have not worked for almost a year, but we're still here. We're still able to be safe for the most part. But many people are putting their lives on the line daily to make sure that we can do simple things like, you know, have our groceries delivered so that we don't have to be at risk. And, you know, teachers taking care of our kids, and doctors and nurses, and the list just goes on and on and on. And so this song is called Selfless.
Measure years in terms of seasons, how much darkness each day brings. And this year has been a hard one. It's felt like winter since last spring. But it's on the darkest nights that the stars that guide us shine. 'Cause in life, that's when you find out who will lay it all on the line. He was a doctor, son and father, a lover and a friend. And his job was like his calling, not a clock punch to pay the rent. He treated every patient like he would his mom, his kids. And when his lover asked, was he scared, he said, baby, I was born for this. Well, selfless is as selfless does, so give it all just because. And in times like these, when sorrow's falling like the leaves, when the storm is more than a storm, heroes come in many forms. She couldn't see behind his mask, just the kindness in his eyes. And before she even asked, he said she was gonna be alright. 'Cause it's on the darkest nights that the stars that guide us shine. And in life, that's when you find out who will lay it all on the line. Well, he was right, she did recover, And one day when she was home, she saw an obit in the paper, and those kind eyes she'd come to know. She never got the chance to thank him, but she knew he saved her life. And with tears running down her face, she said there is no greater sacrifice. Oh, selfless is as selfless does. Some give it all just because. And in times like these, when the sorrow's falling like the leaves, when the storm is more than a storm, heroes come in many forms. Not all heroes wear capes or costumes. Not the person teaching your kids. Not the nurse sitting in your mom's room. Not the frontline worker taking so many risks. But selfless is as selfless does. Some give it all just because. And in times like these, when the sorrow's falling like the leaves, when the storm is more than a storm, heroes come. Heroes come in many forms. Thanks so much. I think I'll sing this one for you. This playing for you all is so nice. This was one of the shows I was actually most excited about playing in 2020 before everything shut down. As a social justice songwriter, getting to play at the People's Voice Cafe. I mean, come on, you know. So I'm glad to be able to be here with you tonight, and very much looking forward to getting to be with you in person again at some point. So thank you, Brent, so much for having me. I think I'm gonna sing the very last song off of Changemakers, which again comes out March 26th. So if you were not one of the Kickstarter backers, please mark your calendar so you can get that as soon as it comes out. It's so good. And this is kind of the exclamation point on the record. This song is called Hope Revolution. And I started writing this in the backseat of an Uber on my way to the White House the day that the election was officially called for Kamala Harris and Joe Biden. And I live in DC, and so the drive from where I am to that area, I've made that drive many times, but on this particular day, it was unreal. It was like there were American flags all over the place. That is not usually the sight down there in people's homes in the district. You know, DC is a very progressive area. You see Hate Has No Home Here flags and Pride flags and Black Lives Matter flags and, you know, all kinds of things. You don't typically see, at least for the past 4 years, you did not see what I saw that day. And it just immediately hit me because it was like this big, beautiful metaphor that we were going to be okay as a country, that the idea, this grand idea of democracy was safe once again, that the promise of this country was safe once again. It was so beautiful. And so I immediately just started writing in the car and was in tears and finished this song shortly thereafter. This is called Hope Revolution. And I'll say again that gorgeous Dr. King quote, you know, hate cannot drive out hate, only love can do that. And I personally feel that it takes hope to fuel a love that powerful. It takes so much hope. And so this song is called Hope Revolution. I hope you enjoy it. I've seen so many flags flying high, some were rainbow for pride, some were for saving black lives, and some were owns to the war long lost the last time hate tried to rise. But I haven't seen the red, white, and blue for a while. Yeah, I've seen so many flags flying high. Some were red, black, and green for celebrating Juneteenth. Some were signs of respect to the few, proud and brave, who keep us free. But I haven't seen the red, white, and blue lately. This country of mine hasn't felt much like itself. It's no wonder so many put old glory on the shelf, until the promise of her colors was back within our reach. Then that star-spangled banner, she was lighting every street. It was a hope revolution. We the people and the future of our choosing. It was a love revelation. Justice for all, indivisible, one nation. These 4 years didn't feel like the last. The worst parts of our past, it's like they brought them all back. Babies caged, borders closed, our democracy under attack. Never thought I'd see the red, white, and blue do that. Oh, this country of mine hasn't felt much like itself. It's no wonder so many put old glory on the shelf, until the promise of her colors was back within our reach. Then that star-spangled banner, she was lighting every street. It was a hope revolution. We the people and the future of our choosing. It was a love revelation. Justice for all, indivisible, one nation. One nation. Oh, those colors aren't just pretty, they're pretty much who we are. Perseverance and justice, vigilance and valor. That's why we were dancing, not marching, as those dark clouds scattered. There was glass everywhere from all the ceilings being shattered. It was the first time in a long time that it felt like it mattered what those colors stood for and who those colors were for. It was a hope revolution. We the people and the future of our choosing. It was a love revelation. Oh, justice for all, justice for all, indivisible, one nation. One nation. I've seen so many flags flying high. Hope the red, white, and blue stays a while.
Yeah, I sure hope so. Thanks, everybody. Thanks so much. Thank you, Sally. I appreciate that.
Thank you, Chris Matthews.
Well, I think I'm going to leave you all with just this last one. Brent, does that sound about right?
Yep, great.
Okay, great. So tomorrow, some of you may know, is Congressman John Lewis's birthday. And so to celebrate that fact, I am releasing a song off of Changemakers a little early, a song that I wrote for him after he passed away this past summer. This is called Call Them In. And this was one of the beautiful things about him as a person, someone who endured so much cruelty, you know, in this country that he loved so much, in this country that he believed in so much, to have endured all that and to then still have so much love, so much faith, so much hope. He's an absolute inspiration to me and is the epitome of what I think of when I say the word changemaker. And so this song was written to honor his life and his legacy, because the thing that he did so well, so beautifully, so effortlessly, it's easy for us, for those of us who are in this struggle of justice. It's easy for us to do the work of calling out injustice, but to then do that next step and then call in is so hard. And that's the thing that he did so well. And that's the task, the charge at hand for the rest of us, is to do that work, because it's going to take so many of us to keep this motion going forward. So this song is called Call Them In, and it's available tomorrow. A lot of the folk stations are actually already scheduled to play it because of his birthday, to honor him. So if you have a favorite folk station in your neck of the woods, please give them a call or an email and ask them to play Call Them In for Congressman Lewis tomorrow.
The battle lines are drawn, and once again somebody's saying, wait, be patient. If they knew how long it would be before all people could truly hear freedom ring, I wonder which end of that moral arc would they choose. I wonder if more would have walked in his shoes. This is what revolution looks like. You gotta get in and stay in this fight. You've got to find a way to get in the way. Speak up every day. Freedom riders or letter writers, do what you can, just shine your light brighter. Somebody called him a saint among men, a founding father, an icon, a legend. Ordinary people with such extraordinary vision in a country so young, hard pressed on every single side but not crushed, saying, in God, love, and justice we trust. This is what revolution looks like. You gotta get in and stay in this fight. You've got to find a way to get in the way. Speak out every day. Freedom riders or letter writers, do what you can, just shine your light brighter. Make a trouble every chance you get. Eyes on the prize, we're not finished yet. Don't tolerate injustice, my friends. Call them out, but then call them in. If you see something that's not right, not fair, stand up and say we can do better. He said, I may not be with you when we reach the other side, so let the power of love everlasting be your guide. 'Cause this is what revolution looks like. You gotta get in, then stay in this fight. This is what revolution looks like. Get in, then stay in this fight. You've got to find a way to get in the way. Speak out every day. Freedom riders or letter writers, do what you can, just shine your light brighter. Make a trouble every chance you get. Eyes on the prize, we're not finished yet. Don't tolerate injustice, my friends. Call them out, but then call them in, call them in. Find a way to get in the way. Speak out every day. Make a trouble every chance you get. Make a trouble every chance you get. Make a trouble every chance you get. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you for listening. I'm Chris Matthews. Please, again, John Flynn and Faith Nolan, thank you both so much. It was an absolute honor and pleasure to hear you both tonight. Brent, thanks so much for having me.
Thank you, Chris Nolan. And thanks to all. Whoops.
Chris Matthews.
Chris Matthews, sorry. All right. Well, we've come to the end of what I think is a really exciting show. I hope you agree. Even with conquering that little glitch we had. So I want to thank the performers first of all. And we have up here our usual acknowledgements. We have our publicity team, our production and booking teams, and it's a pleasure to work with all these great people. I want to remind you also that all the information about the performers is on the People's Voice Cafe website, and that any contributions made to come to this show and during this show, 90% of that goes to the performers. So please consider giving a little bit more if you can. And I want to let you know about what's happening next month. Just 4 weeks from tonight. Is that right? Well, yeah, 4 weeks from tonight. We're going to have a focus on women's rights. And we have Thelma Ruffin-Thomas, Katie Knapp-Latarski, and Cleo Carol Knopf. For details and registration, go to our website. Thank you all for being here, and have a good night.